Joe Marino is the Utica councilman who's standing by on the line right now. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Andrew, Jeff. How are you guys?
And a quick question, though. Well,
Sure.
Are you hearing something's going on Thursday?
Thursday at around 1:15.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You're hearing that, too. Okay, just checking. I'm hearing it could be a good day.
Could be. Yeah, it could be. I'm really not privy to all the information as usual with the clandestineness, but yeah, I'm hearing some good things. You know, we got a lot of good going on around here.
There is a lot of there's a lot of secrecy, and but it's getting out because invites are out and that sort of thing. So people are starting to talk a little bit, and but early afternoon on Thursday going to be very interesting. We can tell you this: if anything big ever happens, you can always count on it being broadcast live here over WIBX. Would you agree with that, Jeff?
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that wholeheartedly.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, so what happened last night? You guys, it passed. So what happened?
Yeah, well, we went in, and, you know, obviously, as we talked yesterday morning, we were concerned about the amount of money in the paving line. It wasn't shown explicitly in the budget. We'd asked questions. You know, we'd gotten really no response. So Councilman Bachero put in a bunch of amendments to make sure that it was there in the event that we wouldn't get a response. And lo and behold, a response came rapidly. And they showed the accounting of the $5 million for the paving. And so we passed the budget, and it came with a 0% tax levy. We got some increased spending to police, proactive policing equipment. We got some repairs to the firehouses. We increased fire prevention, so we found some money to do those things, again, without raising taxes. We talked to the chiefs of both the police and fire department. They had some needs that were missing in the original budget, and we added them, and there we go.
Joe, who? I mean, this paving thing is basically over, what, 10 or 15 years?
It's over 15 years, yeah, ideally.
Okay. So my question would be, who gets to have their roads paved first this year?
Yeah, that's a great. This year we actually have a list that's going out now. Today, in fact, I sit on contract and supply, and we're going to send out. We have 3 phases of paving contracts that are going out. One is called mill and fill, where the roads are not in terrible shape, but we can strip away the top, relayer a surface down. That's the first contract that's going out today. Second contract is full reconstruction, the roads that are pretty bad in the subbase going up. That will be out in about a month or two. And then the third phase of the contract will be where we're doing repairs and not little cuts on the road that you see like Waterboard does. We're talking about corners, maybe a quarter of a mile stretch or even less, but big repairs. So there'll be a 3-phase contract issuance this year. And who gets the roads done first? They're based on our engineers and others scoring the roads.
Okay.
The 10 to 15 years is an estimate on how long it'll take to pave every road in the city, I guess, basically. But this $5 million in funding is forever, right, for paving? I mean,
it's perpetual. I mean, you know, what we did was we put it out to vote. So, you know, it's a maximum or a minimum, rather, of 5 years or of $5 million. And if you just do math, I mean, the 15 years came, Jeff, from the fact that 15 times 5 million equals 210 miles of road. That's all of our roads. So, forever. And look, you know, in 7 years, we had a $2 million referendum about 6 or 7 years ago. If in, 5 or 7 or 10 years, that money doesn't seem to be enough or it seems to be too much, any common council has the ability to change that number to make sure that the roads are being done in an equitable rate. I mean, we were doing 4 miles of road a year, and we couldn't keep up with ourselves.
I want to bring in Samantha Colosimo-Testa. You pleased with last night? Obviously, it passed last night. Samantha, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
You're pleased with last night?
I think it could have been handled a little better for the simple fact that, we did get a response, and it was like 3:55, and our meeting was at 4:30. When you had to double-check your facts and figures, it was a little impossible, when you're expected to vote on a budget that was due on the 20th. Well, I mean, other than that, again, you can always go back and double-check your facts and figures of what was presented and hope that, that money's still there.
I want to ask you guys both, so this is done. We had the mayor on yesterday, of course, the sheriff's celebrity versus police. Is that what it's called? You're
Cops
actually
versus
in
celebrities.
Cops versus celebrities. And you're actually playing in that on Saturday, along with a host of other things, a ton of other things going on, from the parade to the Frozen Four this weekend in Utica. It's a huge, huge weekend in Utica. But I want to ask you one thing that the mayor did reveal in a story that we had earlier after the storm last week is that the mayor was injured while riding on that snowcat or whatever that thing is called during the storm. He did reveal to us yesterday that it was pretty severe, and it was his head hit the front windshield and then bounced back, and it's the bounce back that actually created some swelling around the brain, and he had a concussion. Do you guys want to comment on that, starting with you, Samantha?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad that he was injured. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I think that to be on a recreational vehicle on the street, obviously that was irresponsible. Especially considering there was a city employee that could have been injured as well. And I think, again, if you couldn't drive around in your own vehicle, why wasn't a snow emergency called earlier?
All right, and Joe, Joe, you want to comment?
No, like I said earlier, Bill. I mean, I never want to see anyone get hurt. I know the mayor was trying to get out there and assess the road. I mean, what Sam was talking about is, maybe perhaps it would have been better in an SUV or something like that. But hindsight is 20/20. So look, you never want to see anyone get hurt. We hope the guy's doing very well. He's been active since. So thank God nothing's too terrible. But look, we're going to get past that. We're going to go into Wednesday, find out what could have been done better in terms of the storm. We're going to see what could have, what went well, what didn't go well, and just move on and try to get better.
All right, Samantha Testa and Joe Marino. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.